welcome to my channel. Today we'll be going over my rigs, my tackle box, and how I rig some of my tackle. So, see you in it. First we'll be going over my crappie setup, which I only fish for crappie like early March all the way through late April. And then they just kind of die. Where I fish, they just kind of die. They stop biting, which is really sad because I love crappie fishing. It's lightweight tackle. You can skip under docks and flick your lure into light cover and get tons of bites within just one strike. One cast, you get like 6 bites. It's one of my favorite things to do, so let's get into it. So here we have my curly tail grubs, which I really love fishing with. I like working these like under bridges, stuff like that, stuff areas where I cast. I have pinks, clear, brown, chartreuse, black. I have some of these Bobby Garmin, baby shad, which are also really good. They got a good tail action. Got some fluff stuck to that. They got good action in water. Now I have some of them pre-rigged. My jig heads, chartreuse, again, white, yellow, orange. Which on a double rig, I like to throw yellow, orange, white. On double, sometimes I'll add in a pink. Let's see, I got these. They're also Bobby Garland, but they're kind of like the frog impression, baby frog impression. They're good because they good to work. Like when you cast it out there, kind of work it back in. I have these during the like early crappie pre-spawn, and when I'm throwing it out there, I typically throw the white or the black one, and they just tear it up. It's like every single cast I'm catching one. So that's part of it. That's the crappie. It's a pretty decent crappie setup right now. And then we're going to go on to the terminal tackle. So yeah. Here's my terminal tackle. It's mostly my hooks, my beads. I have these sponge hooks up here. I like using dip bait or chum bait, whatever y'all guys like to call it. I got beads or some bluegill hooks, some decent sized swivels. I got swivels of all sizes. One just fell down. I have swivels of all sizes. Got the bait holding hooks, some just longer style hooks, kale hooks, kale hooks, some octopus hooks, and some bait holding hooks, which I love using bait holder if I'm like fishing with like chicken liver with a lot of turtles around, so they don't steal my bait. Catch the turtle, get rid of it. So yeah, that is the terminal tackle for my hooks. We're gonna go on to the weights, which I have a lot of bank sinkers. Well, I wouldn't say a lot, but I have some on my fishing pole right now, so I have about 7 or 8. I do have lots of egg sinkers. Those are I fish a lot of Carolina rigs, and my big egg sinkers are actually on my big rod right now. So dropper, and I keep a lot of these split shot weights because I love bluegill and crappie. I'll fish with live bait for both, but I mean, 3 or 4 pounds, it's heavy. Alright, down to the bass tackle box. Alright, here's bass tackle box, which if you know anything about my channel, or past channels I've had, if you still follow, I am a huge frog fisher. I love fishing frogs, popping frogs, doesn't matter what style of frog it is. Absolutely love using this. I already rigged this one up. I haven't caught any fish on them, this one yet. I've caught some fish on these guys right here though. Jerk bait for like winter time. I don't really like using them in the summer. I like using these. I just now got it, but I like using these for like early spring when the bass are coming up shallow in the grasses, and I'll throw that out there every once in a while. Again, I'm a really big live bait fisherman. If I have a bad time fishing with live bait, I will switch to a lure, because sometimes they just won't bite your live bait and you have to throw a lure. So yeah. And I got my crawls, Senkos. I think I have a couple of flukes in there too. So that is the Bass Tackle Box. And yeah, most of the stuff I buy is from Walmart, but I have gotten some people, very nice people, to give me some of the stuff I have. So that is the last of the tackle boxes. Now we'll go over I do have some like storage tackle boxes down here. Don't really have much stuff in them right now, just a couple weights. So I don't just use all my weights. And by the way, this is the tackle box I am using. It's an Ozark Trail. Really good setup to have. Got some fishing line in here. Just some high vis fishing line. It's kind of hard to see. And yeah, it's a little bitty tackle box, tiny, but it fits all my stuff perfectly. So, alright, on to one of my favorite parts, the rigs. First, we're going to start with my big fishing pole. My biggest fishing pole I have right now. It's not like a big old fishing pole, but I hooked into like freaking massive turtle with it. I thought I was carrying a rock. But it is a Integer 6'6" IS662M, and it is a spinning combo. It typically does 20. All the way down the 6-pound line, the pole, all the way up to 20. But it's a decent fishing pole. It's actually meant for ocean fishing, which someone gave this to me, and I thought, I'll look up the stuff that he gave me. Turns out to be pretty nice. Has really good backbone to it. Good for fighting big fish. I just caught a 4-pounder today off of it. And a 2-pound nice little bass. And it's getting all tangled. Crap. But I'll get it untangled. It's one thing about being a fisherman. You learn how to untangle line really well. My word. It really is tangled. I can't see how it is tangled, though. Okay, there we go. That's how it's tangled. There we go. I was really tangled. Okay. What I'm fishing, and I don't have a 2-ounce bank sinker, which it was pretty windy today. So I have 2 bank sinkers. I forgot to cut the line. I have 2 bank sinkers on into a little bitty bait holding hook, because the turtles were out there driving me crazy. And I like using these bait holding hooks for like the little bit. You can see the little bitty rigs on the end. I don't know if y'all can. little right here, rigs on the end, and they are really good for like if you don't want your bait to be entirely ripped off fast. So that is paired on with the, hold on, let me get the reel. I haven't really figured out what reel this is yet. It is a competitioner. Loosen the drag real quick. I had to set the drag pretty high. It's a good kitty cat rod though. It's a model COM 155. The line capacity is all from 12 all to way to 20. But I have it paired up with 30-pound braid. I think it's 40-pound braid actually. And it's a competitioner. Yeah. Competitioner reel is really, really good for the big old kitty cats that were out there. The reel was what was keeping most of my fish on. The rod was just giving it that extension. Like giving it the extension that it needed. So, on to my way lighter rod paired with a really huge reel that I love. So, this is my Ozark Trail Wayfarer. It is paired on a $200 and something Shakespeare trolling casting reel. It has the depth monitor and stuff. You can see number goes up. It's a pretty hefty reel for how little the pole is, but I just caught probably about 5, if not a little bit lower, pound fish on it. I caught 2. I hooked into a channel catfish that was probably 2 or 3 pounds. Got off because I like to fish like down cliff areas. Kind of tells you the water's deep in that area. But trying to pull it up, it kind of just slipped off and didn't have enough of a chance to get it to go into it, get into my hands. But I did catch a 1 pound, nice little channel off of it. And this was paired with live bait when I cut bait when I caught that channel. But I have it paired on giant 2 egg sinkers all the way to a kale hook, which is probably why I wasn't catching that much of big fish. Decent sized fish. Probably because it is a massive hook and it could have been like ripped out of fish's mouth probably a couple of times. So, yeah. That's Zebco Wayfarer. It's a light action, medium light action, I believe. But I think it's medium. I'm not sure. But that is that rod. And then now we'll go on to my bluegill setups. Bluegill and crappie. Right here we have the Shakespeare Ugly Stick. I think it's the SCL 1101. 5 foot, light action, 4 to 10 pound line, and the lure weight is light. But what I have it paired on with is an old style Zebco 33. Like older than old Zebco 33. And that rod is in mint condition. It's probably a 10 plus year rod, mint condition. I have it tied on to a small, very long hook because sometimes I like to push my worm up here. If I'm fishing with a minnow, I can just throw this boy on. I like to also fish with split corks, but right now I have one of these long bobbers with a very pointy tip onto a split shot weight hook. Stacks up like that, hits the water, sinks down, fish snatches it, bobber goes under, fish. I have that on like maybe about 7 pound line. Yeah, I remember it's 7 pound line. It's 7 and I think it's 7 pound line, but it could be 8. Depending on like how old it is. Because I don't remember changing that in a while. Here I have I think it's the Ugly Stick Dock Runner, yeah. Ugly Stick Dock Runner. I have it paired on with, and yes, it is casting, but I have it spinning on it. That's just because I don't have another casting reel right now. So I am using a spinning for now. But this is the Wayfarer reel. Really bad reel. Don't use. Do not recommend. The rod I've had for almost 6 months, 7 months now. Caught really big fish on it. It's still kicking. It's still kicking. I haven't heard a cracking noise come from it. I heard none of that. It's a really good rod. Just the reel broken. Doesn't click back into place. Yeah, see, it doesn't click back in place. Kind of broken. But I have this one with a little bit higher setup. It's a little bit higher than the other one. I got the bobber. This bobber attaches to it, though. Both ways. Top and bottom. 2 split shots on this one. And a bigger hook. Because I like casting this under a cover and stuff. So I don't want my hook to snap. This has 10 pound line on it. For me, a lot of people like to make fun of how heavy pound line I use. And you're like, you're going to give that fish trauma. I'm like, I'd rather give the fish trauma than have my rod snap or my line snap and me have trauma for not catching the fish. So, yeah. That is my main setup. I hate when my rod does that. But, Haraka, come here. Come here. Haraka. Yeah. It's a good boy. Say hi to the camera. He's generally confused on what these rods are. You think they smell like fish? Well, thank you for watching. And if you would want to, please subscribe and like and hit the notification bell. Thank you.